and types of irrigation. Types, or you can also call them methods. What is irrigation? Artificially supplying water to crops or agricultural plants. Clear? By any means. Artificially means by man-made methods we are supplying water to the crops so that they grow well. Why do we need irrigation in India? It is a very important question, because India is a country which receives good amount of rainfall. Still we need irrigation, and I told you the figure, 92% of the available water we are using for irrigation. Reasons why we need irrigation. This is, I'm writing from here, the first point. Nature of rainfall. Nature of rainfall in India is such that we are forced to depend upon irrigation. Few words will explain why. Rainfall in India is seasonal, it is irregular, or a bigger word for it is erratic, it is orographic, and it is sporadic. In the book, 4 points have been made out of this. It is actually 1 point. Nature of rainfall has these features in India. That is why we need to depend upon irrigation. Seasonal means takes place only 4 months. You can note that down. Remaining months are supposed to be dry. If you are getting rainfall, otherwise it is due to local conditions, cyclonic conditions. But normally June to September we have the rainy months. It is irregular. No matter how much we try to predict, sometimes it is early, sometimes it is late. So if farmers do not have irrigation facility, crops will die. Clear? Orographic rainfall means it depends upon the landform. If there is a hill or mountain blocking the winds bringing rain, the windward side gets rain. All those areas which are on the opposite side don't get rain or get very little rain. That means we will not do cultivation. That's not the case. We have to do cultivation. So because of this type also, all the rain shadow areas we need irrigation. Last, sporadic means uneven in distribution. Uneven in distribution. Quantity is never the same. It keeps on changing. Sometimes very heavy, some areas no rain, some areas above 250 centimeters, some areas less than 50 centimeters. Clear? So that creates a problem. So nature of rainfall in India is the reason why we need to depend upon irrigation. Why we need irrigation. Second is nature of crops. Some crops require very large quantity of water which rainfall cannot supply. Like examples you can note down, rice and sugarcane. Some crops need very little water. Clear? So there is such a lot of difference. So according to the need, we have to keep changing the seasons. But when we need lots of water, we don't have a choice. We have to depend upon irrigation. Next is nature of soil. Where there is more percentage of sand in the soil, the percolation is faster. So more water is needed for irrigation. But if the soil has more clay, less water is needed. Clear? That is why rainfall cannot adjust like that. We have to do the adjustment according to the nature of the soil. And the last point which I am giving you is to maximize agricultural production. if we want to increase the amount of the crops which we are growing, we have to depend upon irrigation. There is no other choice. Okay? So, till here, you read through the chapter. I have done water conservation with you, and I have just introduced the definition of irrigation and why we need irrigation in India. We will be continuing to this part of the chapter in the next class. Thank you, boys.